Hey, if you're looking to create a forecasted balance sheet, or maybe also known as a balance sheet pro forma, then you've come to the right place, because in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to create a projected balance sheet for your business. But first of all, my name's Adam Hoeksema. I'm the co-founder of ProjectionHub, and over the last decade, we've helped over 50,000 entrepreneurs create financial projections for all sorts of different industries and businesses for potential lenders or investors. And today, I'm specifically focused on trying to help you create a projected or forecasted balance sheet for your business. Now, the first thing we need to know is what in the world is a balance sheet in the first place. Now, a balance sheet shows the balance value of your assets, your liabilities, and your equity of your business at a particular point in time. And so if somebody asks you for your balance sheet, what they're typically asking for is your current balance sheet as of today or as of a particular date. And so what I've got pulled up here is our free balance sheet template that is a current balance sheet. So I'll put a link to this free balance sheet template in the description of the video below, and you'll be able to go and download that for free. So if you need a current balance sheet, this will be perfect for you. So what you'll do is you will come to this input data tab. You'll answer a number of questions like how much cash do you have on hand? How much did you pay for the machinery and equipment that you have? What kind of loans do you have? What kind of bills do you have that are unpaid? Those sorts of things. And that will ultimately produce this balance sheet. Once you have it filled out, you'll have current assets, fixed assets, and other assets, as well as current liabilities, long-term debt, owner's equity. And then the trick is that the balance sheet has to balance. You want it to balance. The assets, total assets, needs to be equal to the total liabilities plus owner's equity. And that's the tricky part about a balance sheet, but it gets even trickier when you're trying to forecast a balance sheet. So if you're trying to forecast a balance sheet, you're actually going to need an income statement and a cash flow statement as well. You're going to need to pull these all together. So I've pulled up our coffee shop financial projection template. So this is a full 5-year financial model that creates projected income statement, cash flow, and balance sheet. And the reason you need to create a projected income statement and cash flow statement is because those impact the balance sheet. So if you want to see what will the balance sheet look like in the future, you're going to have to know what your revenue and your expenses might look like in the future. So you're going to have to make projections on those. And then from there, our model will allow you to create that projected balance sheet. Well, this is not something you're probably going to be able to do just with a blank Excel spreadsheet. You're probably going to want to find a template or tool to help you do it. So I'm going to also put a link to all 70 plus of our industry-specific financial projection templates that will allow you to create a projected balance sheet into the future. So just as an example here, the types of information you're going to need to come up with. Things like what types of fixed assets are you going to buy now or in the future? What kind of loans are you going to have now or in the future? What kind of revenue and sales do you expect to have? So, you can see the level of detail here. If you're creating kind of a full set of financial projections, you need to know, how much coffee you're going to sell, how much food you're going to sell, what's your labor costs going to look like? What are your other expenses? So how much are you going to pay for insurance and rent and utilities, all of these things? All of these things go into projecting your income statement and your cash flow statement, which is needed in order to produce a projected forecasted balance sheet. Now, if you have an existing business, our industry-specific templates can be really helpful if you're a startup and you don't have any existing data, and you just need to project for a startup out into the future. But if you have an existing business, it gets even a little bit more tricky because we have an existing business projection template that I will link to as well in the description of the video below. But if you're an existing business, you have a current balance sheet, and you're going to have revenue and expenses, things that are going to impact that future forecasted balance sheet as well. So it adds a little bit more to the complexity. In our existing projection template, you'll see that you have the ability to enter in your existing balance sheet items, so existing assets, existing liabilities. And then you can also enter in projected future purchases of fixed assets, current loans and future loans that you're going to expect to have. And then you can enter in your historical revenue and your historical expenses to create a base to create future projections off of. Once you enter in all those assumptions, the model is going to automatically generate a projected balance sheet for you. And it'll break it down by month, and we also have an annual summary. So the key thing you want to look at, and however you're doing this, however you're forecasting your balance sheet, whether you're a startup or existing, you want to make sure that whatever you're doing, your total assets equals your total liabilities and equity. So these two numbers are what need to balance at the end of it all. and it can just be really tricky. And so current balance sheet, relatively easy. You're just answering a number of questions about your current state of your business. Forecasted balance sheet, a whole lot more complex. You gotta know a lot more and make assumptions about a lot of things in order to forecast that balance sheet. So hopefully this video kind of helps clarify what you're gonna need to do and why you probably want some sort of template or tool to help you do that. So if you have any questions about how to forecast a balance sheet for your specific situation, whether you're a startup or an existing business, please leave a comment in the comment section of the video below, or reach out to us directly at support@projectionhub.com, and we will be happy to try to help you. Thanks.